Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to my channel. I pray that you're all in the best of health and iman. So guys, I am picking up this vlog from where we left off the last vlog. So we're still in preparation for my friend's wedding. I know it's a long process but what you guys saw in the last vlog was just me kind of having a get together with her before she goes off and gets married and assume wifely duties, and we're no longer a priority in her life. Slight shade there, cut through. But yeah, we just wanted to have some time with her. But this weekend is her proper hen party, so that's going to be happening in her house. It's going to be sisters only, so the girls who are organizing it have told us to come dressed up, okay, because it's just going to be us. So that means one thing: it's time to get the freakum dresses out. So yeah, we're gonna come dressed up, we're gonna do our hair, we're gonna wear nice dresses. Obviously put your clothes in your bag and take it with you kind of situation, not like you're walking out your house with tight clothes. That's not happening. So I think what I'm going to do is I have options of dresses that I want to wear. I'm probably going to be wearing them underneath, and then I'm just going to wear my jilbab over on top because it's too hot for me to just be like, it's too hot. So I'm just going to put the jilbab over, make sure that it's not see-through or anything like that. Probably wear a long skirt and have my nice dress underneath. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that to happen. Yeah, so that's just what I'm prepping for. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of the dresses that I've chosen, and also what I'm going to wear for her actual wedding. Alhamdulillah, the wedding as well is also going to be segregated, so again, us girls can wear nice stuff for the walima part of the wedding. If you don't know, we have the nikah, which is the actual Islamic wedding, you know, where the imams actually wed the couple, and then we have the walima, which is the celebration, the kind of like party. So yeah, for that party section of it, it's going to be sisters only, insha'Allah. The men are going to have their side of the hall, well, not their side of the hall, but as far as I know, it's this completely separate hall for the men and a completely separate hall for the sisters. So that just means we can be free to dress nice once again and enjoy ourselves. So yeah, let me share with you guys what I'm planning to wear for the hen night, even though it's not going to be a night, it's going to be on a day, and also what I'm wearing for the wedding. So okay, so guys, let me show you the dresses that I have in mind. This is the first one. I know, wait for it. Check out the back. Bam. The back is basically, I don't know if you can see, it's backless and it just has like strings. You basically tie this part together, so literally your entire back is exposed. This dress is from a boutique. Oh my gosh, I feel like one of my aunts is gonna watch this video and be like, Nafisa, you still have that dress? Because I've had this dress for so long. All I can see is it just says point for women of substance, so I don't really know what boutique it's from, but that's what it says at the back. And yeah, the reason why this actually still fits me till this day, because I've had this dress for so long, is because it's so stretchy. So it's really stretchy, so I feel like this dress will always fit me. So yeah, this is one of the things I'm thinking of wearing. These are the type of dresses I usually go for when we're having like a sisters only event. So armless, the back depends, anything could be happening really, but something that goes up to like just the top of my just above my knee is the perfect length, I find, for me. So yeah, I really like this dress. I think the tone is really beautiful, like the brown, the colors. I really think the colors is really beautiful. I think it suits my skin tone really nicely as well. So this is a maybe though, girls. This is a maybe, and the reason why this is a maybe is because, you know, this dress be exposing a lot. And if I was like going to if I was in a situation where I knew all of the girls, then I might go as far as this. But a lot of Kothar's friends, even though I've met some of them, I also haven't met others, so I'm feeling to be a little bit more conservative. So this is an option, but on the day I have a feeling I probably will not choose to wear this. I might choose to wear something that covers up a little bit more, because even though, sisters, like, when we're around each other, we can be a lot more free. There is still a sense of hijab, quote unquote, that you do have to observe. I'm not saying hijab as in what I'm wearing right now. I'm just saying certain body parts still need to be covered, you know, so can't have everything hanging out. So, but this dress is one of them ones that, you know, it is literally skin tight. So, but I love it, so I might end up wearing it. The second one is this one right here. Very, very summery. Okay, it's got this mesh part over here. This was from another boutique. All it says on it is Progress London, so I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this wasn't from an online shop. It was from a boutique store in Peckham. I don't live in Peckham, by the way, but I did buy this from Peckham. So yeah, it's really beautiful. I really like it. Again, it goes right above the knee for me. And I really, really like it. The back is just basic, casual, straight up. But for my curvier girls, when you do get bodycon dresses like this, if you can find one with a strap, it will help a lot because, you know, helps to keep things together. So yeah, I really, really like this, to be quite honest. It's so summery and fresh. So this is also very much a possibility for me to wear. And girls, I would never wear something like this if I'm not going to be at a friend's house. I need to be at my friend's house where I know security is on point and I know no one's going to be accidentally walking up on us. If this kind of like hen do was in a hall where there's a possibility of any windows being open, any like someone accidentally walking through a door, trust and believe I will not be wearing any of these dresses. I will still observe my hijab and put my hijab properly because accidents can happen. People can accidentally walk in. So the reason why I am going through with all of these type of dresses is because this is happening at my friend Coulter's house. So I really enjoy having like times like this with my girls because we don't get to do that often, and especially because of COVID and everything that's been happening with COVID, we haven't had a chance to do something like this in so many years. And I feel like us sisters just need to provide more of an environment for each other to just hang out and be girls and be ladies together and have more opportunities to dress up, because we're girls and we like dressing up and we like looking nice and looking pretty. Just because we're hijabis and we cover ourselves, that's for outside, that's for when other people can see us. But when we're indoors with other women or when we're indoors with our families, we can wear whatever we like. So yeah, these are my options. The most likely option though, guys, is the dress that I shared with you guys in my last vlog, the one that I got from H&M, you know, the long sleeve one, the white one, is in the wash at the moment, but that is also another option that I might wear. To be quite honest, I think it's going to be between this swat dress and that dress that I shared with you guys in my last vlog. So probably would most likely wear one of these and maybe reserve this for another time when I'm having a party at my house, okay? So yeah, anyways, those are my clothes. And whilst I'm here, I might as well share with you guys what I'm planning to wear for the actual wedding. So the wedding is going to be a segregated wedding. Alhamdulillah, I'm so glad about that. So us girls can dress up, you know. I'm probably going to go there wearing an abaya because I'm meant to be there in the morning to help with the setting up. So I'm just going to wear regular clothes. I'm going to put all of my clothes in my bag and I'm going to take everything with me. Once we're done setting up and all of that, I'll get changed and then before the guests start to arrive. So seeing as it's going to be sisters only and majority of us are West Africans, I am going to rock one of my African dresses. This clothes, I think I may have shared a picture of me wearing it in one of my Eid pictures before, but nonetheless, so this fabric I did buy here in London, but then when I went to Ghana probably about 5 years ago, I got it made there for me. And if you don't know, West African clothes are tailor-made to fit our bodies, okay? So this is the top. Let me stand up so you guys can see. This is the top. It looks plain, but it's actually a peplum, okay? The waist is very fitted. Like this top fits me like a glove, okay? The waist is actually really tight and this part flares out, okay? That part flares out and it's got this like puffed up sleeve. It's not really puffed, but it's pointy. And this is the back. Okay, right, and then this is the skirt that goes with it. Yeah, the brown is coming from tones within the fabric itself. The fabric itself has some browns in there. Hope you guys can see that. So that's where the brown comes from. So what they did was they added like a chiffon fabric over here to create this effect. And again, this looks like it's massive, but it's not. It has this part where you can like pull it so that the skirt, you can adjust it to fit your waist size. And again, this looks massive, but it's not that huge, and it actually is very, very fitted on me when I wear it. When I wear it, it is like bam, 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 bam. Okay, it is so figure hugging, but it looks lovely, and this part is literally where my knees are, so it looks really pretty. Unfortunate that I can't share what it looks like on YouTube. I'm not going to, because it would not meet the conditions of hijab whatsoever. But yeah, this is my African attire that I will be wearing on the day. I'll probably have some simple classic jewelry as well, and do my hair and the whole shebang. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Now that I've got that figured out, I have a meeting with a client that I'm coaching, and we're gonna go for lunch and also have a meeting out together, because I've been coaching her for a while. We're always on the phone, so it's quite nice to go out. We're slowly becoming friends. So yeah, I have a meeting. I need to go and get ready for that meeting, and so that I'm not late. So I'll take you guys along. Yeah, probably take you guys along. So yeah, let's go. Absolutely.
I love the carpet
stunning as well. Yes. Wow. I didn't even notice those are massive mirrors. It's just hitting me that these are actually really huge mirrors. Oh, it is beautiful, gorgeous. Hi guys, so I've just got finished with my meeting. We came to the ladies to fix ourselves up, and the sister was showing me around. It is absolutely beautiful up in this place. Like, I thought I had home decor inspo, but this is the place for home decor inspo. Like, everywhere I walk, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So, you know Nafisa and her home decor junkie business. But I love this place. It's so classy and pretty. It's just so beautiful. Alhamdulillah. Anyways, just waiting for the sister. We're gonna make our way home, insha'Allah. It's been a lovely afternoon. It has some good food. I didn't share it because we got too busy chatting. But yeah, just coming to fix my hijab. Quick outfit of the day. Keeping it simple. Hey guys, so excuse the quality of this video at the minute, but I started doing something and I was like, you know what, I really need to record this. So basically, I was having a conversation with someone tonight and we just kind of got into the topic of like personality types. So I was like, I've actually never done my own personality test before. I remember trying it and then, I don't know, I think some way halfway down the line, I was like, oh, these questions are too long and I gave up. So I literally just did mine and it came out that I am an advocate. Okay, an INFJ/A is my personality type. And let me just go onto my email because they sent me my test results. So my traits are, I am 78% introvert, which explains why I'm at home most of the time. Okay, I am more intuitive, and that's 56%. I am more feelings than I am factual, like, you know, black and white. I'm more in touch with my feelings, obviously. Explains why I'm intuitive. So feelings is I got 73%. Judging, I got 57%, which I'm not happy about. But it's basically whether you judge or you're just more like hopeful. Do you like assess the situation or are you more like the hopeful type? Which I guess I'm quite assessive. I have to be. I mean, my job as a teacher, I have to assess a lot. So I think that might help me in my job as a teacher. And I'm also quite assertive. I've always known this because literally some of my students will be like, Nafisa, stop sounding strict. The thing is, I have a firm side to me, but I also have a side to me where I like to laugh a lot and just joke around a lot. So it depends what mood I'm in, but I'm assertive, it says. So it says my role is that I'm a diplomat and strategy is confident individualism. Okay, so here is the meaning of all of this, right? So it says, introduction. Advocates are the rarest personality types. I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that I'm part of these people, these rare people. Still, advocates leave their mark on the world. And I'm just like, explains why I'm doing that one. So they have a deep sense of idealism and integrity, but they aren't ideal dreamers. Thank God for that. They take concrete steps to realize their goals and make lasting impact. As you guys hear this, let me know if you really think this is me. Test of how much you guys know me or what your perception of me is. Interesting. Not that it's going to change who I am, but you know, it's just interesting. Advocates' unique combination of personality traits makes them complex and quite versatile. For example, advocates can speak with great passion and conviction, especially when standing up for their ideals. At other times, however, they may choose to be soft-spoken and understated, preferring to keep the peace rather than challenge others. I think sometimes I do that. Standing up for what's right. Advocates generally strive to do what's right, and they want to help create a world where others do the right thing as well. People with this personality type may feel calls to use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. Concepts like egalitarianism and karma can mean a great deal to advocates. That's true, because I actually believe in karma. Like, you know, do to people what you want people to do back to you. Advocates may see helping others as their purpose in life. This is so right. Yeah, it's a bit scary. Advocates tend to step in where they see someone facing an unfairness or hardship, Many people with this personality type also aspire to fix society's deeper problems. Oh dear. In hopes that unfairness and hardship can become a thing of the past. Wow. I can't wait to see the downsides of being an advocate. Anyway, connecting with others and themselves. Advocates may be reserved, but they communicate in a way that is warm and sensitive. This emotional honesty and insights can make a powerful impression on the people around them. Advocates value deep, authentic relationships with others, and they tend to take great care with other people's feelings. That said, these personalities also need to prioritize connecting with themselves. Oh, yes. Advocates need to take some time alone now and then to decompress, recharge, and process their thoughts and feelings. So true. Like I keep saying that I need to do more like self-care times and spend more time for myself and stop always being so busy all the time. The cost of success, this part says. At times, advocates may focus so intently on their ideals that they don't take care of themselves. Isn't that just what I just said? And wallahi, guys, this is the first time I'm reading this, okay? Advocates may feel that they aren't allowed to rest until they've achieved their unique vision of success. But this mindset can lead to stress and burnout. Oh my God, if you guys have been watching my vlogs, you know that I've been saying to you guys that there was a time in my life when I suffered burnout. If this happens, people with this personality type may find themselves feeling uncharacteristically ill-tempered, getting irritated. Yep, that does happen when I'm stressed out. Advocates might find themselves feeling especially stressed in the face of conflict and criticism. Can be true. Yep. These personality tends to act with the best of intentions, and it can frustrate them when others don't appreciate this. Let's be honest, that can be true. At times, even constructive criticism may feel deeply personal or hurtful to advocates. We're all up in our emotions. Like anyone else is an advocate out there, we need to just chill the heck out. It's not that deep. Okay, a personal mission. Many advocates feel compelled to find a mission for their lives. When they encounter inequality or unfairness, they tend to think, how can I fix this? They are all well suited to support a movement to right a wrong, no matter how big or small. Advocates just need to remember that while they're busy taking care of the world, they need to take care of themselves too. Strengths and weaknesses. Guys, are you ready? Okay. Being creative is a strength. Being insightful is a strength. Being principled, which is people with advocate personalities tend to have deeply held beliefs, and their conviction often shines through when they speak or write about subjects that matter to them. Advocates can be compelling and inspiring communicators with their idealism, persuading even the hardest of skeptics. So they can be quite persuasive, basically. They also can be passionate. They can be altruistic, which is advocates generally aim to use their strengths for the greater good. They rarely enjoy succeeding at other people's expense. They tend to think about how their actions affect others, and their goals is to behave in a way that will help the people around them to make the world a better place. Here goes the weaknesses. Sensitive to criticism. So watch out the comment section. Luckily, I actually don't get that much criticism in my life, but apparently, when someone challenges their principles or values, advocates may react strongly. People with this personality type can become defensive in the face of criticism and conflict, particularly when it comes to issues that are nearer to their hearts. Yeah, I can see that happening, because if anyone comes for my deen, I'm coming for you full force. Okay, reluctant to open up. Oh my God, I swear. I feel like one of my aunts, she watched this part and she's like, that's Nafisa. That's my only complaint about her ever since she was a kid. I'm such a private person. I've told you guys this so many times. I just don't open up to people like that. I have to feel like I can trust you before I start opening up to you. But once I do, I don't have issues like trusting people and being open. I just don't do it as easily. I observe before I open up. So advocates value honesty, but they're also private. Let's keep it cool. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles. This might also be because they think they need to solve the problems on their own and don't want to burden other people with their issues. That's true for me sometimes, actually. When advocates don't ask for help, they may inadvertently hold themselves back or create distance in their relationships. True. Very, very true. I've actually had to learn that the hard way and just be like, let other people help you. It's okay. And now, alhamdulillah, I'm in a space in my life where I feel like I comfortably accept help. I'm like, yeah, help me any way, shape or form. I am open. But that took a while to get there. Perfectionist. Oh, these are the weaknesses, guys. Not even a strength. Advocate personality types is all but defined by idealism. While this is a wonderful quality in many ways, an ideal situation is not always possible. Advocates might find it difficult to appreciate their jobs, living situations, or relationships if they're continuously fixating on perfectionism or wondering whether they should be looking for something better. To some extent, it might be true. For me, as this thing has said that I'm an advocate, I will feel like when I was in a job role that was just consuming my life, I felt very unsatisfied and I was just like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. You know, what gives meaning to my life and what gives me pleasure is my dawah. So I'm like, I need to find something that's going to accommodate me so I can do my dawah. Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, my time on this earth is limited and I need to make my contributions before I go, regardless of how little it is. So yeah, I guess that can be true at times too. Avoiding the ordinary. Advocate personalities tend to be motivated by a sense of having a greater purpose in life. Guys, this, I hope this is not witchcraft because this is too right. They're motivated by a sense of having a greater purpose in life. They might consider it tedious or unnecessary to break their big visions into small manageable steps. That's interesting. I've never thought of it like that before. But they may be setting themselves up for frustration if they don't turn their dreams into everyday routines and to-do lists, which I love my to-do list, not gonna lie. And if I wake up or I spend a few days where I don't have a to-do list, I just feel like I'm just floating in the air. Like I feel like, what is my day? Because I just end up not doing it or achieving anything. You know what, guys? This romantic part is too interesting for me to leave out, so I'm just going to keep reading it. Whoever wants to watch this part can watch it. But it basically says romantic relationships. Advocates tend to take the process of finding a romantic partner seriously. People with this personality type look for depth and meaning in their relationships, preferring not to settle for a match that's found on anything less than true love. It can take time for advocates to find a compatible partner. Hence why I'm still here. Okay, some people might think advocates are too choosy. Oh my God, I think some of my family members are watching this like, that's Nafisa. It's not true. And it's true that these personalities can have unrealistic expectations. Wow, okay. Some advocates might hold out for a perfect, quote unquote, perfect partner or relationship that ultimately doesn't exist. I've come out of my idealist stage. I'm in the reality now. This said, advocates' idealism, if balanced with just enough realism, can actually enhance their love lives. Advocate personalities tend to be in touch with their core values, so they care about compatibility as well as surface level attraction. This can help them avoid matches that aren't founded on authenticity or shared principles. Once advocates do find a suitable relationship, they rarely take it for granted. Instead, they tend to look for ways to grow as individuals and strengthen their connection with their partners. This can help advocate relationships reach a level of depth and sincerity of which many people can only dream. Guys, I got a little bit emotional reading part of this, but I'm just like, I can't even stop. I kept reading this and I was just like shocked by how accurate this thing is. So basically, I was reading the part about career paths, right? So it says that advocates tend to seek a career path that aligns with their values rather than ones that offers status and material gain. Fortunately, people with this personality types are able to find work that suits them in just about any field. So then it went on to talk about the type of work that advocates do. So it says where am I? And it said advocates wants to find meanings in their work and to know that they are helping and connecting with people. This desire to help and connect can make roles such as, listen to this, counselors, psychologists, teachers. Oh my God. I was like, what? That's me in those three things. Social workers, yoga instructors, and spiritual leaders, very rewarding for advocates. Alhamdulillah for everything, guys. And you know what? This just made me to start thinking about my name and how my mom chose my name for me, Nafisa, which means precious or something of value. And I want to advise you guys that it's a right of a Muslim child that they should be given a good name, and never underestimate the impact that that can have on their life. So if you're naming them after someone, make sure that is someone who is a good example. Or if it's a word that you're going to use, make sure it's a positive word, something that they can live out. Because, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was watching one of those Iyanla Fix My Life. Yeah, some of you might know her. I was watching one of her shows, especially the one where she was supporting, you know, the brothers who were abandoned by their drug addict parents. And she went through each one of the boys and was telling them the meanings of their names and saying, you know, this is what you exude, this is what you are. So every time someone calls you by your name, you're attracting that type of energy. You know, when someone calls me Nafisa, they're calling me a precious, something of high value, something precious, something really worthy. That's a lot. That's a lot of positive energy that's coming to you. So especially for us sisters, you know, think before you name your children, because they might end up living out their names. But I'm going to stop being a crybaby now. Finish reading this. And tomorrow's Kauthara's wedding, actually. So yeah. Alhamdulillah for everything. Good morning guys. Today is the morning of the wedding. I'm just getting ready. I was so tired last night, so I've woken up a little bit late. Baseera is already at the venue. Baseera is one of the sisters you guys met in my last vlog. She's actually an event planner. So if you guys are looking for a Muslimah event planner that can plan your events for you on a good budget, I'll leave her details in the description box down below. So she's planning today's event. She's planning the wedding. So I'm meant to be at the venue to help her set up. So it's just over 10 o'clock now, and I'm just about to leave. I'm doing my last finishing touches of getting my things together. So I'm just going to share with you guys what I'm taking with me today, seeing as you can see, I'm not exactly dressed up ready for a wedding. So I'm going to go like this, and then inshallah I'll get dressed up for the day once I'm there. Okay, so let's start off with my bag. I'm just going to take a few things with me. So let me get my dress quickly. So I shared with you guys, so you guys have already seen this. I'm just going to fold this and put it in a bag. Taking the scarf with me as well. This is just a fabric that's used as a headscarf. Taking this with me just in case I want to cover my hair. In fact, I'm gonna need a one of those ninja hijabs, so I'll probably take that as well, just in case I want to cover myself up completely, because you just never kind of know with these situations. So it goes in here. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna start going now. Okay, so I'm here. The girls have done most of the things already. This is the sister's side.
You know, it depends on if you have other doctors. You some people have odd, like one side story and then other side Muslim. Oh, sorry, just make that's what.
Yeah, she only ties me
Is what I'm meant to be creating. How does this look like this? I'm sorry, I've just let my whole team down. I'm gonna keep trying.
You can peel it off.
Oh, you're using the tape.
No, we can use the tape, but just to make sure that this part stays still.
Oh, it's sticky on the other side.
Yeah, so like you can, yeah.
Well, you thought of everything.
Yeah.
You're good at this.
And then just stick it somewhere. Maybe you can stick
You
it
guys
here.
direct me now.
But just like make sure you find a place to position it properly. And if you think that here's okay, then you can just stick it. I haven't filled it up yet.
And maybe you stand behind and you can see it from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then guide us if it's doesn't
Yeah.
look right.
Okay.
So initially, right before this point, the sisters were like, "Oh yeah, Nafisa, if you stand on the chair and stick the balloons onto the wall," and I was like, I don't think so, girls. Like, I am not the lightest person in this room, and I am not about to break a chair. So, the sister that you guys see in the black, she actually also has a YouTube channel. She volunteered to stand on the chair and fix the balloons up. So alhamdulillah for that. I'll leave her channel link down below. She's actually a medical student on her way to becoming a doctor, insha'Allah. So if you guys want some banter as well as, you know, a little bit of info on being a medical student, you can check out her channel. So we fixed the balloons, we helped to organize the place, alhamdulillah. Organization is always stressful, but once it's all done and everyone's there, it was, alhamdulillah, looking really, really good. That was the entrance that Kauthar was going to walk in through, and we set the table and all of that. So I'm glad everything got set up. As I said before, guys, if you want someone to organize your event, Baseera is available and her links are in the description box down below. So we had these background set up. Oh, isn't this so beautiful? Like, it looks so pretty in the pictures. I just thought this was stunning, mashallah. So we did that, and then we prepared the area where the food was going to go. Turns out this place is actually a masjid. So I went ahead, made wudu when it was time to pray, and then I prayed my salah. I didn't even realize that they were going to call the adhan. So as soon as I was done praying dhuhr, the adhan went off, and then everyone prayed together. So that was me being a little bit ahead of myself. But yeah, after that, I then got ready, properly dressed for the wedding. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, guys. And congratulations to Kauthar. We love you and we wish you all the best in your marriage, insha'Allah.
And that is husnul khuluq, having good manners, good etiquettes, upholding good conduct. Allah tells us here subhanahu wa ta'ala that every single person is going to go above Jahannam. Yani the sirat is above Jahannam, and everybody will fall into Jahannam. The only person who's going to be saved from not falling into Jahannam, from not entering Jahannam, is who? ثُمَّ نُنَجِّي الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا, the person who has taqwa. Then taqwa is the thing that saves you from the hellfire, and it is the thing that takes you to Jannah. Next to it was mentioned good manners. That really shows you the power of good manners and how high in Islam it is. That's the first point I want you to ponder. Ibn al-Qayyim says, Jama'an Nabiyyu sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the messenger combined, bayna taqwa Allahi, being conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa husnul khuluq, and good manners. That's point number one, underline that. The second thing he said, لأن تقوى الله تصلح ما بين العبد وبين ربه وحسن الخلق يصلح ما بينه وبين خلقه. The reason why these two are combined and they were mentioned next to each other is because having taqwa is having a good relationship with Allah Azza wa Jalla. When you have taqwa, you have a strong bond and a strong relationship with Allah Azza wa Jalla. And when you have good manners, you have good relationship with the creation. So one is the bond and the relationship with Allah, and the second one is a bond and a relationship with the creation. Ibn al-Qayyim goes on to say, فَتَقْوَى اللَّهِ تُوجِبُ لَهُ مَحَبَّةَ اللَّهِ. The taqwa, by coming with taqwa, it will bring about for you the love of Allah. Allah will love you subhanahu wa ta'ala. By coming with taqwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to love you. وَحُسْنُ الْخُلُقِ يَدْعُو إِلَى مَحَبَّتِهِ.
So guys, this is the series that I'm following this week, and I really like this brother's lectures. I feel like he's very good at the way he explains things, and he goes into depth and detail. So I highly recommend his channel. I'll leave a link in the description box down below. Following on to the topic that you guys have seen, I'm just watching right now, I want to advise all of us, myself first and foremost, to be very careful with our manners. And I think this is one of the downfalls of the generations the further down we go along. So as you guys know, I am a millennial. I look at Gen Z's, Generation Z's, and the generation that's coming up underneath them, and you can see the one thing that is definitely going further and further down is manners. We lack a lot of manners, and I guess I can speak more on this being a teacher, being that I work with young people. Young people are going through their hormones, and you know, they have an attitude anyways, but that period of time is really the time where you need to be even more so conscious with your manners. And a lot of us don't have manners. And manners is not just about saying please and thank you. Manners is about the way you speak to people, the way you approach people, the way you handle things. And we all have our weaknesses, and yes, no one is perfect. But at the end of the day, we have to really ask ourselves the question of, when we deal with people, how do we deal with people? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have mercy on us, to forgive us our mistakes, to overlook our mistakes, but we are the last to overlook other people's mistakes. We're the last to forgive others the wrongs that they've done to us, and we're the first people to react in a negative way whenever something happens to us. And like I said, I am not perfect with this. I'm sitting here watching this lecture and I'm literally just reflecting on my life. And then the story comes to mind of what happened to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Ta'if, where the people attacked him and literally stoned him to the point where he was bleeding. And he was given the option to gain revenge, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have stood up for him and punished the people who did this to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But rather, what did he say? He said, I was not brought here to be revengeful. Perhaps of their children, somewhere down the generation of these people who are doing evil, somewhere down the line, there may be believers amongst them. So he refused taking the option of making dua against these people. So at the end of the day, it's an example for you and I in terms of how we should carry ourselves. Islam is already having a bad rep the way it is. The media are doing the most at trying to portray us to be people who have no mercy on others, people who are inhumane. That's how the media in general is trying to publicize Islam to be. So you and I have to do our part in terms of our dawah. Each and every single one of us is doing dawah in one way or another, whether we are on social media or not. If you're not on social media and you're a very private person, your form of dawah is dawah with your family, the way you handle your family members. Dawah with your friends, the way you handle your friends. Dawah at college, dawah at work, right? Especially when we're interacting with non-Muslims, we have to understand that we are portraying an image of Islam, whether we like it or not. A lot of us don't want other people to take us as the examples of Islam, but the bottom line is, you are a Muslim, and as far as the non-Muslims are concerned, when they look at you and you behave in one way, human beings, it's a natural tendency for us to stereotype people, you understand? So when you're mixing with others, you have to be very careful to make sure that you put your best foot forward, to make sure that you're conscious of and you're consistently doing that personal development. Like, subhanallah, I feel like in the last 4 to 5 years, I have developed and grown so much as a Muslimah. Mostly all up in my head. They're not things that you'll be able to physically see within the way I physically look. They're all things about my mindset and how much my mindset has grown and how much it has changed. But topics like this just make me realize that I've got such a long way to go, you know. And I think one of the things I'm beginning to realize these days is that one of the biggest fitnas that me personally, I feel like I have to deal with now is the fight against my own nafs. Like the fight against my own nafs, my own self, is one of the biggest things. And as I shared with you guys the personality test results and things like that, when I was looking at some of the downsides of my personality type, I was like, subhanallah, I have so much to work on. I really have to fight my nafs in order to avoid certain things, because nobody is perfect and we've all got faults and there's always room for development, right? So manners are one thing that we all really should be more conscious of, and I've just decided for myself anyway to just make it more of a thing that's at the forefront of my mind whenever I'm dealing with people. Just go about life with a much more positive demeanor, treat other people nicely. Yes, the bus driver, you don't have to thank him when you step out of the bus, but it's a nice thing to be able to say thank you to the driver, even if he's getting paid for his job. It's still a service that he's doing that you're also benefiting from. Yes, you're paying for it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't cost you anything to say thank you, you know? And I feel like when you give out that positive energy and you deal with people mercifully, you will receive that mercy back. You know, Allah has ways of bringing that energy back to you. And you will find yourself in situations where you need help, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also bring people who will help you in the same way as you've been able to help others. And sometimes helping others is as small as being able to say something nice to them when they are down, you know? So let's just all keep this in mind. I'll definitely leave this lecture linked down below. I don't want to give away too much of what the brother said, but it is absolutely worth watching. And those of you who have children, make our time to sit down and watch these lectures with your kids. It's super, super important. Our youth nowadays, they need to hear lectures like this. They really, really need to hear lectures like this, because this is the thing that's going to make them better Muslims. Muslim is not just about praying and fasting. Muslim, as the brother said, one of the things that weighs the most on the Day of Judgment is character. That weighs so heavily on the scale on the Day of Judgment. So you can pray as much as you want, fast as much as you want, spend all day reading Quran, but if your character stinks, you're not going to make it very far in terms of getting to Jannah. And how interesting is that? So I highly recommend this lecture, guys. I'm just going to spend the rest of my afternoon, because they have a few episodes. I believe this is like a series, so I'm just going to spend the rest of my afternoon just continue to watch and really reflect on this, because this is super important.
The second hadith I want to share with you, inshallah ta'ala, regarding good manners in Islam, how important it is. Jabir radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, that the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إن من أحبكم إلي وأقربكم مني مجلسا يوم القيامة أحاسنكم أخلاقا. أحاسنكم أخلاقا. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said in this hadith of Jabir, it's found in Sunan al-Tirmidhi, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Inna min ahabbikum ilayya, the one that is most beloved to me, wa aqrabikum minni majlisan yawm al-qiyamah, and the one that is closest to me the Day of Judgment, the one that is most beloved to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the one that is closest to the Prophet the Day of Judgment is who? أحاسنكم أخلاقا, the one that has the best manners. The person who has the best etiquettes, the best manners, the best akhlaq, is the most beloved person to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and is the one that is most closest to the Prophet Yawm al-Qiyamah. Every single time your manners increases and it grows and it gets better and better and better and greater and greater and better, even higher, 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 you are more closer to the Prophet ﷺ. In what? In love. And the Prophet loves you, and you're going to be close to him Yawm al-Qiyamah, the Day of Judgment. And every time your manners goes bad and bad and bad, remember you are distant from the Prophet ﷺ. Yani, you're going to be far from the Prophet ﷺ. He's going to, the love of the Prophet is going to be distanced from you, and you're going to be distanced from him Yawm al-Qiyamah as well.
Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here for today. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I'm going to leave the lecture in the description box down below, as well as the personality test quiz in case you guys are interested in doing your own. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and inshallah I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.